Well, hello, Quest. Good to see you. Here we are, ready for another week. We just had our Palooza this past weekend. It was a lot of fun. I hope it was great for you too. And we got to hear some great testimony from Tara, and it was just a great weekend. So we're glad to be here. And now fall is trying to push its way into life again. My favorite season of the year is fall. So I'm really looking forward to the little bit cooler weather, the colors changing, the whole 9 yards. We have a ways to go, but it'll be great. You know, one of the things that happens in this particular season, usually in the fall, there are a lot of weddings. Now, the spring is a big time for that too, but the fall, increasing numbers of weddings. And I think weddings are a lot of fun. In fact, I totally get a kick out of weddings. I probably done, I don't even know, probably 250 to 300 weddings over the years. And I love doing it because I love seeing a guy and a gal come together and commit themselves to each other, and watching these families come together and them to rejoice and to celebrate. One of the most beautiful things in all of life is this thing called marriage. And so it's really a lot of fun. But one of the things I've been thinking about is the reality that in a wedding is a unique change. Right? So in the dating process, or in the courtship process, or even in the engagement process, it is an increasing level of commitment they make to one another. You start dating and you go, hey, I commit to one more date. Eventually you say, hey, let's kind of be exclusive. And then you get engaged and you say, hey, I want to be committed to this thing. And you prepare for this wedding, and you prepare for a marriage, right? But the deal is this, it's not, when you get married at that wedding ceremony and all the implications thereof, it's not another level of commitment. It's actually a surrender, where you surrender yourself to the other person. You give yourself wholly to the other person. You give yourself so for the good of the other person, and you mutually do that. In Ephesians, it talks about having mutually being submissive one to another. And the application, the very first one that the Apostle Paul gives, is to marriage. It talks about, hey, husbands, you need to love your wives as Christ loved the church. And wives, respect your husband. Now we know that the love that he's going to have for her includes, it's embedded with respect. It would be crazy, because part of love is to actually honor and respect the other person. So guys, our responsibility is to love our wives, and it is embedded with respect. And for gals, the deepest need in a man's life, in his heart, is to be respected. But to really be respected, we know it's embedded with love. Okay? And so this relationship is a relationship of surrendering to meet the other person where they're at and valuing them. And the greatest gift a guy will ever give his wife is love. Unconditional, sacrificial love, where he sacrifices, surrenders his own pride, his own self-centeredness. He dies to that. He dies to self in order to live for the good of his wife and his family. And the wife dies to self to say, I'm going to respect you. Now, not everything that a guy does all the time is loving. He's going to fall short. But she still is going to respect him. And not everything a gal does is respectful, but the husband is always going to say, I'm committed to loving you no matter what. It's a surrender. You know, the same principle is going to be true in this new series that we're going to talk about called Out of the Box. And it's out of the box, what does it mean to follow Jesus? And we're going to talk about what it means to surrender everything that we are. We surrender to Him. It's going to be a fun series, I think. So get ready to have a fun, challenging, insightful series called Out of the Box, What It Means to Follow Jesus. Okay? All right, can't wait. See you on Sunday. We'll kick it off, okay? Be well. Love you.